Hey, it's Dean. Hello, everyone. What a tremendous day to be alive. Merry Christmas. So good. As you'll notice, there's less hair on my head, and so that's new. But I had my sixth out of my 12th treatment on Tuesday, and I'm doing great. Um, but I wanted to just kind of talk to you guys about how I was doing. Um, Basically, on Tuesday, they said that my immune system was too low to do chemo, but my doctor just like always pushes it through and says, let's do it anyways. So we did it, and basically, right now I have no immune system, and so I'm kind of figuring out. It's kind of funny because at the beginning of the whole thing, I was, secluded to my room, and I wouldn't let anybody in without wearing a mask, or if I went out, I would wear a mask. And then my doctor was like, "No, don't worry about it. Just wash your hands a lot, and that kind of thing." And so I've sort of been figuring out my limits and that kind of thing. And I'm not sure, can I exercise or can I dance or what can I do? And so it's sort of been an ongoing process of figuring out what I can do during this process. And so here we are, 6 treatments in, and they're like, "You're at the lowest, your immune system will ever be. It's a 0.1 on some medical scale. I don't know." And what do? Well, I went to youth group the day after. I saw a musical the day of, and then on Thursday. Let me rewind. So Tuesday, I had my chemo. I went to see the musical. Then Wednesday, I went to youth group on Wednesday night. On Thursday, I went swing dancing at the Lindy Groove Christmas party, and I got 5th place on my costume contest. I was an elf, and then and then last night I went caroling. So I don't know. I've basically gotten to the point where I basically just live my life completely normally, which is pretty cool. On the other hand, though, I'm not really able to go back to work yet, though, because I do kind of want to limit the amount of people I talk to. But anywho, so I'm doing good. I'm going out and sort of just living normally, but it's pretty awesome. I've been getting a lot of opportunity to talk to God recently, and really I've learned so much, and it was kind of interesting. I got a question from a friend, which is, what am I currently learning? What is God currently teaching me? And something that we were talking about at youth group a little while back, because the kids were going through finals and that kind of thing, was tests. And so I started thinking, okay, well, I've been done with finals for like 5 years now, but what is God currently testing me on? Kind of obviously, it's the cancer, and it's this test that's come before me, and I kind of got thinking about that. I don't think that God tests us or puts trials before us for our pain, but for our gain. And I think that I've learned so much through the hard times of my past, and I think tests reveal things about us. And so just for a second, I want to talk about the tests that I've been through. About a year ago, I went through a breakup, and it was sort of this test that came before me, and it was tough, and it pushed me to this point where, how was I going to deal with this problem? And the only thing I could think to do was, I just started praying. And then I started singing, "Give Me Jesus." And this one verse says, "When I am alone, give me Jesus." And that really talked to me at that point. And that's all I did. I turned to God. But that was just a smaller test that was preparing me for the next bigger test, which was me getting cancer. And what did I do? The first thing I did, because when they said, "Do you have a 16-inch mass in your chest?" The first thing I did was, all I knew to do was to pray. And I just prayed to God, and then I started singing, "Give me Jesus." And another verse came up that said, "When I come to die." And I didn't know, was I going to die the day after or not? I didn't know what my future held. And so here I am singing, "When I come to die, give me Jesus." And it really reminded me to just keep in mind, like if I'm going to live, God be glorified in my life. And that's all I want. I want God's love to just go out. And so anyways, but I look at this test and I go, this is not the last test. I'm 26. Hopefully I'm not going to die soon. And so there will be another test down the road. And I look at it, I'm like, it's so cool, because this is this test that's preparing me for the next big thing, and it's revealing how I'm going to respond to that next big thing. And I hope that when the time comes and that harder test comes, I'm going to respond the same way I did to the breakup, the same way I did to the cancer, whatever else comes down the road. And I almost invite that. Like, those good times in your past, they're nice, but they don't really teach you much. These tests are the times where you really find out what's your faith like. Who are you? What do you learn from it in wisdom, and what kind of doors are open for you? And more importantly, how is God glorified through that? And how can you learn to love better and live better and have faith and hope and joy and all these things? And it's so wonderful. And I go, man, nice things are nice. Like, great, I'm gonna go explore Ukraine or Scotland or I don't know, some New Zealand or some really cool vacation, but I'm not going to learn more from that than I did from this process, or than I am through this process of going through cancer. And so I look in the future and I'm like, God, give me more tests, give me more hard times, because they're going to bring me closer to you. They're going to teach me how to love more, and they're going to glorify you most. So anyways, that was just my thought about tests, since these kids are going through finals and they're like, oh, finals suck. And I'm like, but guys, there's more to finals than just the sucky part of it. There's more to tests than the sucky part of it. So anyways, I'm doing great though, and my next treatment's in a week and a half, and Christmas is coming up. So here's my Christmas request. If anybody's like, Dingy, what do you want for Christmas? Here's what I want. I was thinking about what I want to do with my life. And that's a whole nother video for another day. But let me just say, I really want to make people dream and dream big. So here's my Christmas present request from all of you, is for you to just think about, what is your dream? I don't care if you're 22 or if you're 65 and you're like at the end, oh, I'm at the end, I'm going to retire and there's no room for my dreams. There's always room for your dreams. There's always room to pursue your dreams, no matter what they are, and it's always okay to think about it. So my request is that you just think about, what is your dream? What do you want to accomplish before you die? What is that big thing that just makes your heart beat, inspires you, and just gets you going? Anyways, let me know, or comment it, or whatever, I don't care. But that's my only Christmas request. Dream big. Anyways, I will talk to y'all on Christmas.